Good morning dear students, welcoming you all to attend this online class. Today I have chosen Indian Constitution and Democratic Systems. First, before that we have to understand that what is the meaning of Constitution, why that. Second thing, why we need Constitution. I am following your textbook. The Indian Constitution. In this chapter we are going to begin with a football, a game many of you have probably heard of or even played. So first I am going to understand. Before understanding, we have to take the game of football or cricket. Cricket means, do you like to play cricket in the home and in the ground also? So some restrictions are there. How to play the cricket according to the over and inch. Yards are there, pavilion, wickets and spinner. It is very nice to see, but why should we follow that restrictions? We have to understand that. Because there is some restrictions are to fill that play, how to play the game. So restrictions. Answer. Dear students, the restrictions means the rules of game. Because in the one day cricket 50 overs you can say that. We can see 50 overs in the one day. 2020, it name we called 2020 is a 2020 over match. So why you are going to compare with the for sports means Constitution also like that. The restrictions, the every citizen of India, the citizens of India, they have to follow the Constitution. The Constitution very necessary for. It is the restrictions. It is the rules for country. Those are following. For example, adult franchisee systems we can see in Indian system. Means after 18 years, you are getting voting power to choose own representative for MLA and MP. They will sit in the assembly. It is the annual adult franchisee system in our Constitution. So introduction also there. Introduction means it is the what is the main the federalism and secularism. So many interest topic are there, matter are there in our Constitution. So football and more similarly other games which as hockey or cricket also have rules according to which they played. So we cannot play. Suppose what we supposed to say that, for example, without that wickets we cannot play the game of cricket. So Constitution also very important for go. If you have any old person in your member, what will you face as problem? So father should be there in the home. Like that, it is also like that. One of the very important for the country, which every country has a constitution, even especially democratic government. I am coming to the point, Indian Constitution. Today most countries in the world have a constitution. See, every country has a own constitution. For example, India is the biggest democratic country. So it has a own constitution, which all democratic countries are likely to have a constitution. Definitely, without constitution, we cannot rule the country. Who are even MLA, in the minister, in the cabinet minister and assembly, we cannot expect anything without a constitution. Constitution will make a rules for the member. Who are going to choose you cannot choose below 18 years. Above 18 years, they are going to choose the representative for assembly. That is made of that constitution. Then let us give the respect to our Indian culture, because India is the biggest country, traditional country. There so many regions are there, so many castes are there, so many rituals are there. We have to understand. We have unity. You can see in our Indian Constitution. The Constitution serves several purposes, because so many purposes, not only one thing. So many purposes of several purposes. It is Indian Constitution, but it lays our certain ideals from the basis of the kind of country that where as citizen aspire to live in. Those are living in India, so they have to follow the restrictions of Indian Constitution. Constitution is the very pure concept of Indian. So we have to just follow that. A constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of society is. Even you are very free. Why? How can it happen? Because of constitution. The constitution has given 6 fundamental rights to every Indian peoples to fulfill their wishes. Because, for example, right to equal, right to education. Without education, how can we get development? It cannot development without education. Education is the greatest concept of all. So it is, we now first equal, right to equal. What is equal? We are all equal, you can get anywhere, you can go anywhere, you can take admission in any institution. It is equal. Education, whatever you want. So education, whatever you want, you can get education. Someone want to become, you can become an engineer, doctor, IS officer. It's a depend on your talent. So constitution is going to like to equality of India. So that says India is a equality. But you can't see that type of. Just you can see in the constitution, someone are not following that constitution. We are going against of the constitution. That is the very horrible and we totally irrespectable personification. Society, a country is usually made up for different communities of people who share certain velocity but may not necessarily agree on all issues. See, it is many problems means it depend on rural area. So rural area, cities, urban areas are there, and so many rural backward castes peoples are there. The intention of the constitution, every citizen has to get the main things to live easily. So that all person in country can agree upon as a basis of way in which they want to country be governed. So govern and is the government is the constitution give the suggestion to government how to run the government with the equality, with the 6 fundamental rights. It is the very, very greatest concept of the world. The equality is the very, very fundamental rights for the Indian citizen. This includes not only that type of government but also an agreement on certain ideals. See, ideals, our Indian constitution is going to ideals with the many more proposal, includes only one type of government but also an agreement on certain ideals. Certain ideals means I'm going to write on the board now: equal, education, social, economics, political. See, these ideal things. So Indian constitution certain ideals. The Indian constitution is having good ideals, things like education, social, equal, and economics, political. So this government agreed to the role the country with the constitution, that they all believe the country should uphold that intention of that constitution. Every Indian citizen has to be following, because the India is the biggest cultural traditional country, but now we are facing many more problems in the social, in the economics. India is still a very behind of comparing to China, neighbor country. You can take that Bangladesh, Pakistan, that is a secondary thing. You compare to China, so we are very backward in the field of economics. Social evils are, social rituals are there. In the constitution never say that he is going to fight against that non-ideal things, but still the peoples are not following, they are not going to our Indian great constitution. Let us try and understand what you mean by this through two concerting situations in the recent history of Nepal. One story has given in your textbook. According to the constitution, what things happen in the Nepal. So Nepal, it is also neighbor country of India. Nepal country but borders India like the north. It located in the north place of north section. It's a parts of India. The border is situated in the north section. Okay, Nepal was a monarchy. It is not a democratic country. Monarchy means it is a dictatorship. There